I was almost music almost transitioned. That song ended and I unmuted the game and it just about slotted right in. Total victory lap. That's what I like to hear. We're not very far into it. Welcome again, Sir Questing Hood. You can see we're not very far into it. Geralt paid Regis a visit at his cemetery hideout. After a long debate, the two old friends concluded their first order of business was to find Dettlaff. Regis was to prepare a concoction to aid them in this endeavor. Called Resonance, said brew required an array of ingredients, many of them hard to find. One such component was the saliva, or salivary glands, of a spotted wight, a species thought to be long extinct. Yet it seemed that one specimen remained alive, having made its lair near Beauclair. Geralt set out to find it. Guess that foglet did not come back. Some things seem to respawn when you meditate. Others not so much.
Our guests, never a good omen.
I love all the Witcher 1 returns. All of them. All of them. The blink that the Bargus do is just awesome. I like having this freeze on the sword. It is really immobilizing things. I don't want to call them trash mobs because they can all kill me in one hit. But it's freezing them good. I'll try to sleep early tonight. Get some extra in for the 24 tomorrow. Oh, you see? Alright, not one hit, but... Two! Two will do it. Two will do it. Is freeze better than bleed? They're both awesome. It depends on the creature, and it depends on other factors. Sonabanya! Hey-yo! What's up? And on your build, definitely on the build. You can, There's the blink. Silly, we're not doing no Quen tonight, so there's no reason not to keep Quen up. There's this little voice, this little guy on my shoulder going, "You can do it. You can play the whole game with no Quen." That's that voice needs to shut up. Little guy's gonna get me in trouble. The spoons. Good evening, by the way, Nick. Good evening. Cactuses. How are you doing? I didn't see you there. Welcome. Spoons hanging from the posts. Argists.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Going all Battlestar Galactica on me? Hearing all along the watchtower? What's up? Loving the music in Blood and Wine. All of it. Get the soundtrack updated.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Like a curse.
Sounds like a curse, all right.
Sounds like a curse.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Before we go in, let's look around. Soiled letter. Marlene, my dearest daughter. No idea the pain it causes a father to write these words. A father who must abandon his own child cease to be a father, and his heart shall never know comfort. Sadly, as a result of what has happened, I have no other choice. We, along with the rest of the household, must abandon our estate. It is because that curse took you from us, leaving in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. She'll go north to Kovir, and if you ever read this letter, which could only mean you have returned to human form, you are to look for us there. For my part, I can only promise each year I will send an envoy who will be tasked with checking in on you, seeing if you are alive, and, if so, in what form. Faith that you will once again be my beloved Marlene gives me the strength to live on. Perhaps the curse will not last forever. Perhaps someone will come along who can lift this... Who can lift this burden from you? Typo? Farewell. Your loving father. Says perhaps someone will come along you can lift this burden from you. Must be hard to edit all this stuff. You're gonna miss some things. You've done a very good job. Especially if you consider its Polish origin and that it is effectively localized to English. The game is not developed in English, is it? It's localized to English. It's not entirely appropriate to talk Metal Gear in the middle of Witcher, but Metal Gear used to be developed in Japanese and localized to English, and Phantom Pain was the first one to be developed in English, if I understand it. Someone correct me if that's a little off. But I think these games are developed and localized.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
Does like spoons. Spoon!
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
2 and 3. Thank you. Thank you, Densa, for checking into that. 1 was developed in Polish and localized Polska. And 2 and 3 were developed in English. I did not know that. Well,
Spoon.
still a lot of dialogue to edit.
Maybe a little old.
I guess the point I was going to make that is no longer a point. Is that it's amazing how good it is and how few errors there are since it's localized from Polski. But maybe that's not accurate. It's just a lot of dialogue.
Incredible. The craftsman.
Normal editing woes, let's call it
Rich
that.
man's table.
Hey, middle-aged stream, how are you doing? Recovered from celebrations, I hope. Welcome, welcome. Everybody, middle-aged stream. Show him some love. Chaos is love. Give him a follow. How are you doing today? Quest for infamy. What is this? Hey, Dalton! Dalton, welcome aboard.
I have detected
Thank you for the follow, Dalton. Did I say thank you for the host, middle-aged stream, or follow? Or follow. I may have said follow, but you know what I meant. And thank you for the follow, Dalton. Welcome aboard the Starship Chaos, tongue-tied as I may be. Oh, look at that. Dalton. Brother! Hey, check out the schedule. I put Metal Gear back on the schedule too. Things might get moved around a little bit, but Witcher is going to wrap up earlier than I had hoped and planned. And I think we'll spend a day. We'll finally get to Telltale Game of Thrones, but it'll just be a day. And then we're going to do Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and a fresh Phantom Pain run. So that's going to be the end of June. Quite unexpectedly. Stained Diary. For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on. Although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit an herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today, there are no wrinkles. But I'd rather that there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible! Got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty, so she must have known what would happen to me and legged it. My family's starting to suspect something, although I'm cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. Tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it's getting hard to write. Loneliness. No family. Eat. I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons. Nothing. Eat. It hurts. Mirror. Eyes. No. Ah.
Poor girl realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Boone. Wooden spoon. Nod on spoon. Yeah. Maybe I want the spoons. Spoon!
No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
I shall build a shrine of spoons. I shall build a throne out of spoons. Spoon key.
Spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description.
Spontaneous
White
profits.
collector.
New quest. Spontaneous profits. I wasn't planning on switching quests, but where did that go? Spontaneous profits. Level 72. While snooping around the cursed Trastamara estate, Geralt happened on a strange, spoon-like key. Attached to it was a note. Edge, I wondered too. But when the message mirror came up in the diary, that's what I thought. And later, mirror on the wall. Seems it's I no longer think that, but you never know. Spoon key note. This certifies the item up for auction, an antique spoon key forged at the Christofferson and Sons workshop in 1210. Belongs to Smeagol Circus, owner of the Pheasantry. Oh, I see what you did there. Do you see what's going on? It wasn't clear to me until now. Spoon. Shall we say the precious spoon belongs to Smeagol Circus. They had fun making this, didn't they? The whole DLC, I mean. There's so many little references. Now even the script on the wall has a different feel to it.
Real collector, thoroughbred. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Smeagol.
Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Better take it just to be sure.
None shall sit and dine with you at your
Okie
table.
dokie.
No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Roll you make will shut you up.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense.
Like invite people over for dinner and they
Broken
fall
neck,
dead.
Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death.
Roll or something in the corner.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Is that romantic? It's kind of like putting your name in your underwear, isn't it? It's not romantic. Hanging letter. Dear Master Levassier, I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me as for the person whom I meet. For I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope, why I have turned to you, side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by an herbalist. Soon after I visited this herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much as you can from her. About the medicine she gave me, my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted with a terrible curse. Only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came upon the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. Marlene de Trastamara. Hey, Critical, how are you doing? Thank you for tweeting out the stream. Cheers. Never seen 7. I kind of know what's up, but I've never seen it. I did not catch the reference.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
Oh, my spoon collecting has finally paid off. I got a gold spoon. Checking the bestiary again real quick. The potted whites. Necrophage oil. Burn them if you can. I'm not sure I could set them aflame. I could try, but necrophage oil. Put it on now. Have to make a cell run. Said that before, didn't do it. We gotta make a cell run. Running out of room. Not coin cards. Collect the spoons.
Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy.
Before we go there then, what's back this way?
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Terribly exciting, Geralt. I don't know why you aren't jumping with joy.
White's obsessed. Real collector.
Yeah, you said that.
Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Boom!
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last
Words
one.
of wisdom on beastly curses. Monstrous curses and their description. An introduction. Curses that change a fellow into a monstrous creature have existed since the dawn of time. They have a variety of origins and a variety of effects. It normally happens that a mage or sorceress casts a curse and the spell changes the subject. It doesn't always happen straight away. Sometimes the person who has been cursed changes slowly, bit by bit. It also happens that a normal fellow can cast a curse. Someone whose conscience is clear and who has done good in their life. Such a person can acquire power, and thus the aggrieved can place a curse on the evildoer. Such curses are strong and cannot be removed easily. Thus, everything by which human suffering is atoned is long-lasting and painful. Spoons!
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Thousands of them here.
Whoa!
White's been a collector for years.
Like Uncle Scrooge's money bin, but spoons.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Wine and cheese DLC. Yup. Welcome, Bent. How are you doing, man? Anything changing on your end this past week? You holding up all right? Hope you're doing all right, man. You gonna be around this weekend at all? Got lots of adventures in Tucson planned.
Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Another spoon. Yep. Just
Wine and cheese sounds good. I got some cheddar that was on sale, but it was mild and boring cheddar. Got it because it was on sale. I wish I'd gotten the sharp cheddar. I like sharp cheddar.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me
Hide in a
observe the
place with a
cauldron.
good view. Only one thing big enough, I guess the barrel. But it's not a full barrel. Pretty. Stir faster. Try to lift the curse.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis.
get this right, words of the curse were, "None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror."
No spoon you have shall sate you. One thought is, swap spoons, it's my spoon. Take my spoon, it's not a spoon you have, but I think Geralt's spoon is her spoon. Little does she know Geralt has lots of spoons he stole. They're his spoons now. Let's eat using the spoons. No, let's eat not using the spoons. No spoon you have shall sate you. Be sated.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
I think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
That was really cool. Went right over the fountain. Climbed, maybe perched on the fountain for a little while. Oh god. Oh yeah. God, that just lit up the night, didn't it? Do I have a house yet? I think I do, Rummy. I don't think I've been there. That sounds maybe... Does anyone remember? Is that one of the last things that happened? Was I given property that I haven't been to? Or maybe access to property? To purchase? You don't have to answer that, but I think it did happen. If it's something that already sort of happened, feel free to remind me if you wish. I'm curious. I'll dig it up at some point. Go looking through the journal instead. Barghists. Vectors. What do Barghists count as? Vectors. I just haven't visited it yet. It has for sure happened. That makes sense. The vineyard? Is that Bob? Did I get the deed to the vineyard? That's awesome.
How you like that silver?
Vargists are cool to fight at night, aren't they? And they light things up. They're gonna follow me, aren't they? Maybe the one from before alerted the pack. Mugshot. Any enemy 10 levels above yourself go question mark? I thought it might be a few more than that. The Morgue Vineyard. The Morgue Vineyard.
Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
It did. Yeah, Vent, it did.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir, though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basil Folty, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at Corvo Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir, I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Why is the extra dialogue option say, I'm in a hurry, we'll talk about this later? How bizarre. What a reversal. Usually the extra dialogue options are... Can't process that, so I guess we'll go this way.
On the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
They're playing Gontaro Dim's music. Something to think about. Yellow important options seem to all be the ones that continue the conversation. I am curious why these other options exist, but I'm not prepared to explore them. They sound like they would put the kibosh on the conversation somehow. I wonder if that's really what's going on. Still.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
So, how about a tour?
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Level 70. Yes. Don't think it'll be possible to craft anything new yet, but...
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Okay, Master Domo. Major Domo stays in the greenhouse. I don't think there is one anymore. Sir Questing Hood, not a hard cap
Baron
anyways.
Rossel ordered the vines
Hey,
in
Mosey,
this part
how are you
of the
doing?
estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Tab complete is good sometimes for names, but how you doing, Mosey?
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days. Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Pretty cool story. Look at the goose. Look at the goose wiggling its butt. The goose looks really cool. And it's definitely got a cool tail waggle. Waggle, waggle, waggle. Waggle, waggle. If the tour is long enough, we're going to see the sun come up. Oh, it's about to come up. We're going to get a sunrise. Sunrise tour of the vineyard. That's a perfect time to tour a vineyard, isn't it? Wow.
Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Yeah. The garden's nice. Garden's nice, but look at the view. We just watched the sunrise. Hypno Goose. The details, amazing. Now we can see the vineyard. What a glorious sunrise. That's right, Molesey, yes. A fortified red to start the day. I think that's perfect. Perfect. All right. Major Domo, shall we continue? Oh, look at the blue. Oh, God. Saturation in Toussaint is heavy, but striking.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
That light streaming through.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
I'm writing that one down. My lips don't stink of wine. My wife won't know they're mine. Major Domo's very patient. Very patient.
If they would just take to work as they take to dance and drink.
Our knight's errant? They're so heroic. We had to summon a witcher to do their work.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
That's great. Now just don't say it twice a minute and we'll be cool.
This served as an additional wine cellar in
Hi, Roach.
years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work, and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Where are we going next?
Here, kitty kitty. Row. Meow.
Traits.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Barnabas Basil. I better learn that name. Your peasants, they're less than ideal there, eh? Whoa, Dalton. I don't know what consumer laws are in different countries, but that sounds interesting. Fallout 4 Deluxe Edition accidentally made free on Xbox One. Sounds like a limited time opportunity to me. At least figure out where the stash is before leaving. Pam, param. Pam, pam, param. Or not. I have no idea where the stash is. Looks, maybe it's not in this building. It looks almost like it would be in the wine cellar, but I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong again. Up in that house.
Oh my! witch fella.
A witch fella.
Oh,
Me oh my, a witch fella.
As you can see, the facade is,
Here,
how to put it,
kitty, kitty.
slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen.
Message coming in.
Upstairs, you shall find the guest
Patching
room,
it through.
currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I
Hey,
believe we
Spider.
will together devise some innovative
Thank you for the
arrangements.
host, bud.
A few paintings,
Welcome.
for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corvo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
Spider? Been murdering spiders. And welcome. Thank you for the host, everybody. Show Spider some love, because Chaos is love. Give him a follow. And check him out when he's streaming. Just wrapped up. You having more fun with Total War? You do some renovating. I don't know if I want to spend any coin.
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Almost decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more, useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should.
Oh, you gave it another
I
shot.
see things. Given your trade,
No, you
sir,
like
it
Stellaris.
would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
And when can we talk money? I'm sure you want money. How much money do you want?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Why does... Do it.
Then send out for one, please. A high
Of
This-
course. I shall
I
send
don't
a
skip
runner
much
to
dialogue,
Tarn
but
at
this
once.
is a really...
I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow.
Sure, whatever.
Will you be needing anything else, sir?
No, I don't want to have a 3-minute conversation over what we're going to
I'm gonna
add.
have some urgent business to tend to.
Not the slightest problem, sir. I am here to serve whenever you desire.
Too many words. BB, too many words. Stop being so flowery. Get to the point. Reminds me I use too many words. Oh. How you doing, Marlene?
Tasty. So wonderful. Thank you.
Visit the stash. As a reminder, when we need to make some money, we've got a lot of things in the stash. Got a lot of things in the stash. Just tons and 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 tons. Stash. So we're pretty good. I think we can make some money. Yeah, Geralt loves to climb stash. What's up? How you doing, Holly Shields? Heard those sound effects, got worried. Which ones, Rummy? Oh, the old woman eating something. Told you we're good. We'll be fine. No! Where's the door? The door. The one, yeah, the one that goes out here. Restore Corvo Bianco to its former glory. Keep saying time to sell, but never do. I think it's time to sell right now. Let's find a fast travel point and go sell. Where is our fast travel point here? We're gonna go visit Hattori back in Novigrad. We're gonna go and visit.
My lips don't stink of wine.
You are
My
gonna say
wife
that
won't know
constantly,
their
aren't you?
mind.
Why ruin a good thing by spamming it? Dude, don't spam. Renovate. Let's make some money. We can make a few dash runs today if it fits. Try to actually make some money. More money. I've got the 30k, but
Back there at Locken Lane.
I have not met the Grandmaster Smith from the billboard that I saw yet. That might be a good plan too. You go digging through my journal after we sell with Hattori.
Greetings, Ibier.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
That's a great idea, Densa. I have not necessarily upgraded him NG+, so we could do that. Then he would buy stuff, but he has money. You're saying if he already has money, not to... Yeah, that wouldn't work too well if we had to pay him to have money to buy our stuff. Arrgh.
What do you have on offer?
4.5. Okay, Long Claw, level 67. A little bit of armor piercing. Oh, he's out of coin. Lurk on, Spider. Lurk on, man. Have a good evening. Catch you later. Marduk, how are you doing? Crafting. Yeah, he'll buy crafting stuff. Let's sell... Try and not sell everything. We'll do the keep 10 at least. Oh, look at that. It went to, Huh. Not starting at, Oh, based on what he can afford. Okay. How much does it cost to restore the place? I don't know yet, Al. We'll have to find out. I'm sure the total cost will be a lot more than it seems at first when he says, oh, give me 1,000 for this. Give me 1,000 for that. I bet there'll be a lot. Could be. Mosey, are you off? Have a good night. See you later. There it is. Master. Find the Grandmaster Smith Lafargue so you can make use of his services. Okay, we'll go back there. I still want to go sell some more stuff with Joanna. Rose Perch, he should have some coin, a few thousand. What do we need? We need to talk to an herbalist and upgrade the Golden Oriole. What are we missing? Blowball. Curious name, huh? Alright. Nickel and Daimia. Limb from limb. So, Marduk, big fan. Can't get enough of The Witcher.
Wars everywhere.
We finished the NG Plus main story and finished Hearts of Stone on NG Plus as well. So we're on to Blood and Wine. And Blood and Wine, I have not played yet. This is all new. We're off selling, but essentially we're down in Toussaint playing Blood and Wine now. We got a 24-hour stream of it tomorrow. Haven't heard that one before. It's an herbalist, is it? Just a normal trader? You're not gonna have what I want. Although we could play some Gwent. No, we'll play Joanna. We're gonna play some Gwent, we'll play Joanna. You've already read this.
Farewell.
We haven't played any Gwent yet tonight. We gotta play some. Hey!
Right, give me the coin. Tails, we clean the shit out of the stable. Flowing hangover.
Yeah, they do suck. Nobody likes a hangover. But I like Joanna.
Geralt, good of you to come by. What can I do for you?
So I have heard, Marduk, that there is a book that shows you the cards you're missing. Haven't made my way there yet, though.
What are you selling? What's good?
Ultimatum, level 66. Low percentage mods and 3 slots. Cool name. Cooler name than it has stats. Long Claw, level 67. The Digger. Dahlia. Not bad. 150 armor piercing, 50% critical hit damage bonus, 10% crit hit chance. That's a crit sword. Not bad at all. Only 1 slot, but it has a slot, and it's about as good as my Witcher sword. I might not sell Dahlia yet. There's 2 Dahlias. Wait, hold on. There's a nicer Dahlia. Look at that. 3 slots, same armor piercing. 150, 150. Same critical hit damage bonus and critical hit chance, but this one has a 10% chance to potion. Yes, to potion. Chance to poison, 10%, 20% Igni sign intensity. Does more damage than my Witcher sword right now and has 3 slots. Well, that's a nice one. Let's sell. Can't afford it. Let's sell this one. Lesser. Greater. Doesn't have enough to purchase any of your Dimeridium ore. How many can you buy? 9? 9. Only got 1 crown. It's alright, we'll play her for 1 crown then. Just to be fair, I mean, she only has 1. Let's not pretend she's got any more. You've seen the ears, Al, I bet. I bet you have. I know S7 loves the ears. Any changes to the monster deck? Nope. So my monster deck has, at the moment, a couple decoys, Commander's Horn, which the leader card functions like as well. 2 Scorches, regular Scorches. Aren't nearly as cool as the close combat and ranged Scorches I now have. Geralt, Ciri, Yennefer, Triss, Vesemir, but also Draug, Imlerith, Leshen, one good spy card, Aran, the Crones, some vampires. Pull one of those extra scorches out. Alright, a decoy, a scorch, 2 Gaunters. We only want 1 in the hand. 1 of the Crones in hand, that's good. A Toad, ranged scorch card. And 4 heroes, including Geralt, Ciri, Leshen, and Imlerith. That's a pretty good draw. Let's swap out Gaunter. Got another Crone, that's not what we're looking for. We don't want 2 of a muster card in the hand. So we got a Commander's Horn. We'll work with that. I haven't had much success with throwing away the first round like I used to. I start with that in mind and end up winning the first round and then having to fight for 2 or 3. But playing a relatively weak hand to start with and trying to tease your opponent into playing a somewhat stronger hand to weaken them for the future, well, that can be very helpful. But we're already doing all right. He pulled some extra cards out of his deck with that vampire play. I could pass right now and be in an advantage going into the 2nd and 3rd rounds. My leader card will act as a Commander's Horn, but only for the close combat units, which means only for the Crones. Unless I'm going to play the Crones now, I wouldn't do that. But I won't have much else that a Commander's Horn would even work for. I'm going to go ahead and do is use a Commander's Horn now. If we can't tease out another strong play from Joanna. Well, at least you got that Commander's Horn out. We could still throw the first round now and be at something of an advantage, but he's got 8 and 10 and I could scorch the 10, but it's not going to make a huge difference. Marduk, welcome aboard the Starship Chaos. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you here. Oh, what the heck? No. Yes, no, yes, no, no. Right. Marduk, it's been a long time in the coming. I played 200 hours of this game and refused to play Gwent, and I finally off-stream taught myself the basics, and I've really gotten to enjoy it since. We've had a lot of fun with it. Most. A lot of people who used to cheer me on when I talked about hating Gwent, they're not so thrilled anymore, but probably saw that there was a trademark on a Gwent card game by CDPR. So 2nd round, already pulled out more muster cards without wasting more cards from the hand. This time they played an Arakas that brought more Arakas that weren't in hand, so no wasted cards. Play the Crones. You don't, Mugshot. That's one of the things that you lose in NG+. You lose your cards. Your Gwent deck has to start over. How many Crones? Joanna has all the Crones. Of course, Joanna has all the Crones. If I played the Scorch now, all the 6s on the board would be gone. Her Crones would be gone. Her Arakas would be gone. My Crones would be gone. Could have been planned better. We're gonna put Eredin out there. Eredin's gonna strengthen the Crones. Which made it even harder to use my Scorch card, so that was pretty silly. The Scorch card will not limit itself to your opponent's side of the board, it'll take the highest non-hero point card on the board. And this ranged Scorch card, which is very cool because you could decoy it back, and unlike a Scorch card that you can't take back with the decoy, you can take this back. So you could Scorch again and again, but it's a ranged Scorch card, and there's not likely to be a lot of ranged played on the monster deck there. Silent Suppressor, watch, please try to hold back on the tips. We're definitely doing, the missable ones are from A Matter of Life and Death. Please ask before offering specific tips about the game, if you can. Ask if you can, please, before you do. I want to save a couple hero cards to play in the last round. It looks like we're going to not have a hard time winning it. Joanna's only got 3 cards left. We'll save Geralt and Ciri for a final round, unless we have to play him now. We're not going to get to use the Scorch function of this Toad card unless I save it and he somehow plays a high point ranged non-hero card in the 3rd round. It's not going to happen. And I have to win this round, so I have to play one of the heroes. We'll still win. Geralt, go. Monster deck is risky, and I didn't play the monster deck until, well, of course, until I had one I could even think about playing, and it was so weak. As soon as I started to get enough that I could actually play the monster deck and win a few, I got kind of hooked on playing it. I wanted to make it stronger. It's not great, but I like what it can do. Like you said, it's risky, so there's a lot of risk and a lot of reward. I miss having more spy cards available. I definitely want to check out the new Skellige deck. Let's do this. Finally got to use the Scorch unexpectedly. Since Joanna's also playing the monster deck, she gets to keep a card on the board. She doesn't get to pick it, but she gets to keep one on the board after the round. It happened to be a higher point card than my Gaunter that stayed on the board. It's all over. It's all over. Joanna's not bad at Gwent, though. Not at all. Victory! We bet 2 crowns. Better 2 crowns. Do we make a money run? Should I go grab stuff out of the stash and sell it as soon as possible? We meditate 3 days. Will Joanna have some more money? It won't be a lot, right? It'll be 1,000 or something. It's not so simple as just pulling everything out of the stash and selling it. We need vendors who will buy it. I wonder what Quartermaster has. He might have a lot of coins. More than shouldn't go without checking. All right, we'll get some more of that stuff sold then. We're keeping the nice Dahlia. Sell that one. I have to decide what runes, unless we're gonna go. I don't know if the rune right is upgraded in NG+. Maybe. So that's another thing we might have to spend 30,000 on if we wanted to do rune words. I'm fine with basic runes. We don't have to do rune words. I've never done the rune words. I'm cool with more freeze. Here's what I'm using right now. I like what it's doing. The mobs in Toussaint seem to freeze nicely. So I want to put 3 Greater Zorias into Dahlia. What do you think? Do I have all the Gwent cards? No, Silent Suppressor. I've never gotten all the Gwent cards, and I failed when I loaded into the DLC, or loaded up the game after the DLC. I failed to collect them all. Spider hinted that there might be a way to get the missing cards, but don't tell me now, please don't tell me. Well, if I We'll get there if we need to get there. I'm cool right now. We're good. So I'm not going to sell the Witcher swords, even though I'm not using the others. Well, hold on. We can... The legendaries didn't replace the others. They were extra. I had forgotten that. Well, we could sell those last if it matters. But there's a lot of low-level, high-value swords here, and there's no point in keeping them. So let's pick them up and do a quick check. 19, 14, 20, 15, 20. Yeah. Well, there's a 55. We're not going to be using anything from the 50s or 60s anymore. There's some runes. I could worry about pulling those runes out, but we've got plenty of runes. Alright, let's grab a couple rows. I won't actually be able to hold that many. What is that? Oh, an old digger. Why would I have kept that? Why did I keep all this stuff? Cool names. I know I kept some of them because they had cool names, descriptions, or appearances. Go sell that.
Folk don't object to your white moth.
Toxic, what's happening? Yeah, digital hoarder, critical. It's so much easier to do. Digital hoarding still beats real world hoarding. Toxic, how are you? 3 days. We'll be 3 hours short of 3 days, right? So we'll go another 2 hours. Cut it too close. Geralt, don't even tell me you can't walk over that helmet.
Geralt, good of you to
Geralt!
come
Cut you off.
What are you selling?
Good night, Denza.
What's
Sleep
good?
well. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully see you tomorrow. 1. Ah! Did I cut it too short? I waited 3 days to the hour.
Take care now.
Lamia, welcome. Your internet was out again today. Yes. Yeah, it's horrible. Well, we have missed you. I'm glad you're here now. Can finally start, right?
Geralt, good.
What are you selling?
Did I screw it up by only going to 3 days to the hour? I basically waited
Take care now.
72 hours, and then there was a few extra. That didn't work. We've got a problem. How long do I really have to wait? What else do I need to know to reset the vendor? 3 days and... Littering and... Littering and... For the moment, I think I'm going to put these swords back, because I kind of want to go back to... Toussaint. I don't want to worry about upgrading right now. We can do that tomorrow. Need to find that one, Dahlia. There we go. Now, what do I have stacked in my... Right there. What did I have stacked in my Witcher sword that I'm not using right? Stun, stun, stun. I could put stun into Iris. Run would make a nasty Iris. I want to grab Triglav. I also want to grab some Zoria runestones out of the bank. Edge going about... Question, 2.5 hours. Night, 24 hours tomorrow.
Message coming in.
Hey, Ryan! Ryan, welcome. Thank you for the host, man. Everybody, Ryan, another streamer to check out, and you should. Chaos is love. Show him some love. Give him a follow. Ryan is awesome. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? We'll put the eyes away. Thank you, Al. Yep, one of those. One of those. Lesser, greater, 4 of them. We need 3. The frosty ones. Like Ellis, Rana, Zoria. Okay, Zoria. Is that a greater Zoria? Greater Zoria. There's 2. We're gonna need a couple others to make another greater. Grab those. Nice. We did a bunch of combining runes. Joanna would have some money from that too.
Cloud must have burst.
She can do that, can't she?
Geralt!
Need some armor made.
Not exactly. Lifts, okay.
Take care now.
Ernest. Who's working on a sword though? Can't do the ones I want. I have to go see Hattori. I haven't done this in a while.
So long.
Let's put the runes in that I've got right now. Want to put stun into Iris. Check out Iris now. Level 67, 15% stun chance. As well as being awesome to begin with. Set up the new lights. What new lights did you get? Nice, man. What kind of lights? Something for the stream or home or... What's up, T. Lopez? How you doing?
What did I do to deserve your box on the love of you?
It's all good, Ryan. It's all good. Get some sleep. We'll see you later. Have a good night. See you later. Come on by tomorrow or Saturday. We're going to be doing another 24-hour stream tomorrow. Pop on in. Be good to see you. Let's go check with Hattori. I guess that's it. Could only get glyphs made with Joanna. Photography lights for the stream. I don't know which kit you got, but I got a pretty simple kit from Amazon. Compact fluorescence. Tone balanced, I think. Not wide spectrum, but I mean the right color tone for sort of situation. It's a nice even light anyways, and I have the umbrellas for diffusing that light.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Listen, would you craft something for me?
Yeah. What am I missing? It's somewhere else in the list. Joanna could have done it all along. Why is he showing glyphs? Where do I go to combine the runes? I thought it was a pretty basic smith function to combine the runes. Is it under alchemy? Demo Studio. 2 tall and 1 short. We probably have the same kit. That's what I've got. 2 tall ones. I'm not using the short tripod right now at all, but I've messed around with it. Someone throw me a freaking bone here. What do we do to combine runes? Who do we speak with? Where do we go? Do the thing with the thing.
So long.
Anything else we can make on the alchemy tab now, too? Actually made that by accident. It's tempting to dye my pants purple, I was gonna say, and then I made the dye by accident. I guess we gotta do it now. Got me, Al. You got me. I figured somebody would know like that. I guess not. Superior white honey as well. All right, turning to Google. Really? Going to Google? Hey. It's all good. Spider, I'm trying to combine runes, and I thought Joanna could do it, and I didn't find it on the menu. I don't remember how to combine runestones. I went to Hattori. I thought, oh, she does glyphs, so Hattori must do runes. I just don't know where you combine runes anymore. I've forgotten. I could have sworn I've done it at Crow's Perch. I feel pretty silly that I can't remember it. Upgrades, but it's just the glyphs. There's no runes. Maybe it's because I don't have, maybe I don't have the right schematic to combine the one I want. Yeah, I know, glyphs with armor, runes with weapons, but I have, here, let me show you what I mean. I have, in my inventory right now, runes that need to be combined into graders. You do require a schematic for it. I guess I assumed I had them, and I must not. I wanted to combine these Zoria runestones into one more greater Zoria runestone. I wonder if he sells the schematic for it. Come back.
Greetings, Ibeer. What do you have on?
Air kits. Okay, he does not. Guess we won't be making that rune right now. I don't know where we can get that schematic. I don't really want to go on a chase. If anyone knows, feel free to say. I'm going to go back to Toussaint. head back that way.
Fall upon your knees before the eternal fire.
Eternal fire. Well, you did mention going to see the Grand Master, for one thing, and I did select that quest, and then I can't remember what happened to that. Find the Grand Master. I've got the quest selected. What happened to going there? We were going there. Arcane Comedian. You think maybe something happened in the switchover? You had the same problem. You know you had a greater runestone diagram before Blood and Wine, and now you don't for some reason. That's what it feels like. I'm not sure that I had the right ones, but it seems likely. I've been using Zoria runes. I had used Zoria runes. I had a bunch of swords stuffed in the bank that were all runed up. So
nice
I know I did some combining and crafting. Ah well, it doesn't matter too much. Back in Tucson. How are you doing, comedian?
Oh, witches. Whatever.
Disperse! The exhibition of the Reginald Daubry Monument will remain closed until further notice.
Closed? Why, we wrote an entire day to see it. You're a cheat, sir.
And we paid good coin for the tickets. Give it back!
Your tickets remain valid. You must merely wait patiently for the exhibition to reopen.
Tempting to do that right now. But we're heading to the Grandmaster.
Every last man.
All right, must focus. We'll come back. Heading to the Grandmaster. You used to make bleed runes for your swords, and now you're unable to.
Brings peace to our domains.
And it wasn't an NG Plus thing? This is an NG Plus. I know some things got reset for NG Plus, and I might not have gotten the schematic since.
Greetings.
A witcher from the School of the Wolf, here in Tucson. Greetings. I'm Lazar Lafargue.
Geralt of Rivia. Seem pretty enthused. Got a job for me?
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I've for years sought diagrams for witcher armor of exceptional quality, Grandmaster level.
Heard of them. Never seen any, though. Thought they were lost.
Not quite. For I've been lucky enough to learn that their holders came to Tucson. Alas, they then perished, but I know where. I just need a partner to help me retrieve them.
If you know where to look, why not get them yourself?
No offense, but do I look like a rough-hewn adventurer? Besides, who would serve my clients while I roamed about seeking them? No, I rather leave it to someone familiar with such matters. Bring me the diagrams, and from them I'll forge for you whatever you fancy.
So how'd these diagrams wind up in Tucson?
All these diagrams somehow wound up in Tucson? How is that even possible?
Tucson was once home to Tiensail, a legendary and now deceased elfin master armorer. Witches from all corners of the world came to him to forge their plate, their mail.
Heard about him. Supposed to have been the best.
And thus he charged a king's ransom for his work. Witches would take difficult, dangerous work to earn the coin to pay him. Some, alas, met with misfortune, and the diagrams they carried were left to rot with their earthly remains.
Got it. Find them, find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look for their remains?
As it happens, I learned my trade at Tiensail's side. So I heard the stories of the missing witches firsthand. What he told me, well, that is what discouraged me from seeking the diagrams out myself. We must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know. In return, once you've found the diagrams, you will let me draft a copy.
Exactly. How did you end up apprentice to an elf?
This elven master, how'd he end up taking a human for an apprentice?
My father forged armor. As a youngster, I helped him, then began forging my own pieces. Master Tiensail saw my work and offered to take me on as his apprentice. Only now, years on, do I realize the honor that was. Alas, my master perished in a massacre later, slain by racists. Though he taught me everything he knew, I did not manage to complete the guild's requirements for Grand Master while he lived. I know I have no equal in the trade. Yet, until I complete Witcher armor of Grandmaster quality, I shall never be certain I've become my teacher's equal.
Cool. Worked with the musical cue, too.
Where do I look for these diagrams?
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school of the wolf, griffin, cat, bear, and manticore. Which should I start with?
Tell me about the new one.
School of the Manticore. Probably know the least about it, though once, long ago, wore some armor forged there.
My master said the Manticores have their fortress in the far east. A century past, one of their number came to him, a witcher named Merton. He made a poor impression on my master. He stank like a dwarfen still, and quarreled fiercely all the time. Tiensail slammed the door in his face and told him to return when he sobered up. He would conduct no business with a drunk. The Witcher, however, failed to return. Folk say he got into a booze-fueled brawl with the Ducal Guard. He was arrested and sentenced. Bastoy Prison, where he was held, well, it's been a ruin for years. Still, you may want to start your search there.
Okay. Manticores.
Tell me more about the bear, can you?
He appeared shortly after Master Tiensail took me on as his apprentice. I remember the bear-head medallion that hung from his neck. I remember a towering witcher who haggled like a fishwife.
Witchers never have too much coin.
True.
Some of them do.
Clearly was not
I know
wealthy.
one.
But he pledged to bring us coin after he completed a contract at the Tufo vineyard, where a building had just collapsed. Time passed. The bear never showed, and my master sent me to the Tufo estate. As it turned out, the Witcher had indeed accepted a job. Yet that was all they heard of him, and that is all I know.
And the cat?
Let's talk about the cat.
A year ago, Bartolome Delaunay, the ducal armorer, asked me to confirm the authenticity of a Witcher diagram he had received by messenger. You see, at the time he was working on new armor for the Ducal Guard. A Witcher from the School of the Cat offered to sell him diagrams for a full set of gear. The diagrams would have been helpful indeed.
The diagram you saw, was it really a Witcher diagram?
Beyond any doubt. It's a shame Delaunay didn't let me draft a copy. He was quite shaken up, afraid the Witcher might simply kill him and take his coin. Possibly a well-founded fear. Soon after, Delaunay disappeared without a trace. I would have searched his former home for clues, but it has fallen into disrepair, and it is simply too dangerous there.
Guy talks a lot. Here's what I want to do. Finish up with him. Take the break that's coming up very quickly. And then Spider said that quest I walked by on the way here, it's just down the street, was a good one. Let's do it. Check that out when I come back from the break. First, tell me about the Griffin.
The Griffin? What can you tell me about him?
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped of emotions, you see, as his colleagues were. He had taken on a contract at Fort Usa and required better gear. He showed my master his diagrams, paid a deposit, and was never seen again. Apparently he rode off one night from the fort, never to return.
Any idea where he went?
No. It said he left in a rush, so he may have left something behind. Only ruins remain of Fort Usa, but you may wish to search them.
And the wolf?
Tell me about my brother, the wolf.
His name was Aton. I remember him well. My master liked him, helped him find a safe, yet well-paid contract. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Tucson from Castel Gropia. They questioned my master about the elfin ruins at Termes. He warned them of the danger there and recommended they take Aton as an escort.
What kind of danger did he mean? Any idea?
Legend claims wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termes. I cannot say if there is any truth to this, but both the scholars and the Witcher disappeared without a trace.
Let me see what you got real quick.
What do you have on offer?
Oh my god, he's got 17,000 crowns. And wow. Care kits. Glyphs. He's got some glyphs. How about runes? Glyphs, glyphs, glyphs. 17,000. Man, we could have that 17,000.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
A subtle change. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know, man. Purple pants. Purple pants. Made the dye by accident. Although I was thinking about doing it. I like purple, but I don't know if that works. It adds something really strange to Geralt's appearance. Which way was that quest? Down here?
Surfing as patron this year, Lady
Nope.
Vivian de
Down here.
Knights from all corners
Maybe.
of the world will vie for the title of tournament
Oh,
champion. Tickets still available, but
There's a swordsmith nearby.
new customers and all.
Boars.
Where was the
Women love tears, men.
where was that quest though? The one I said we'd come back to that you said was good.
Kiss a doll's ass.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
the best steel in all of Tucson. Take a gander.
Show me what you have.
Got lesser. Well, we'll start with that. But what I need is greater. Well, just assume that all my rune diagrams are gone, and we'll buy these. That was not what I meant. Was that a master? That's good. I wanted a master weapon repair kit. Have a greater... He has a greater Zoria for... I had 2,000 stuff to sell him. Wolf Shadows, how's it going? Mugshot, you want to ask about a Witcher in the non-DLC that you can encounter? Yeah, go for it, Mugshot. Definitely. Buying the lessers somehow magically unlocked the ones I used to have that were... Nope, just the lessers. That's not what I meant to do. Where did repair go? Slept till 5 p.m., so you're doing great. Man, that would make me feel weird. Sleeping in. I guess if you need it, you need it. But if I sleep too much, I get really, really zonked. But I'm glad you're great. I'm great, too. I need to take a break. It's break time. I want to find this quest, though. Fighter, I lost it. How could I have lost it? It was so close. How did I lose it? I don't know my way around the grand place yet. Hey, Chi, how are you doing? You saw Greater the schematic in Skellige?
Why so pale?
No, I've trouble sleeping.
Dum-da-dum. No, I really lost it. Where it is?
Traveling to the north.
Prepare to witness wonders at the
Side quest where you encounter a School of the Cat Witcher. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, and that is actually the free DLC. Pretty sure the When the Cat and Wolf Play is what that DLC is called. It's not right here.
Still available, but certain to run out quickly. Open house at the Beauclair chapter of the Transnational Flagellants Club. All are invited.
I'm sure he did not just say Flatulence Club, but that's what I heard. Hey Twix, are you back? Welcome back. There, I think I found it.
Start no pros.
They say
Cool, there it is. Take that break now. Took off for a little bit, didn't you, Twix? Or did I imagine that?
You're a cheat, sir.
And we paid good coin for the tickets. Give it back.
Your tickets remain valid.
Your tickets remain valid. I'll be back in 10. We'll go another couple hours. Reminder, if you happen to be taken off, reminder, tomorrow we're going to do 24 hours of Blood and Wine. Starting at the normal time, but instead of a separate stream on Saturday, we're just going to go through the night. Been in lurk mode. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. See y'all soon.